I wanted to preface this video because there's just a lot that happened. This video took place over 2 days, yesterday, February 21st, 2019, and today, February 22nd, 2019. I went to go do a First Amendment audit of the Richmond Postal Service in Richmond, Illinois. And I got to be honest with you, the cops were called and I folded like a house of cards. As an auditor, especially a new one, you spend hours watching other audits and you prepare your strategy and your rhetoric and you think you're going in and you're ready to go, and then contact gets made and it all goes out the window. My confidence wasn't up yesterday. I'm visiting a new state, so there's doubts in my mind there on their laws and then state statutes. And then there's also the doubt in my mind about, are you allowed to video in a post office or not? I mean, one half says, yes, you absolutely are. The other half says, no, you're absolutely not. So I decided to go back and find out once and for all. So I'm telling you, watch this video. I promise I cut out as much fat as I possibly could because I was there for over 2 hours. This is the longest video I've ever done, but it's so important because it answers this question without a doubt. I hope you enjoy it. Can't wait to see all your comments. So have a great day. Enjoy the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Civil Unrest News coming at you with another First Amendment audit. This time we're doing the U.S. Postal Service here in Richmond, Illinois. Let's see if they respect our right to record in public. Participating in unrest civilly. So there's where it's posted. I'm not gonna cross that line.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you, sir?
What's happening?
Can I get your name and badge number, please,
Sure,
sir?
Officer Prindle, Richmond Police Department. What's going on over here?
And your badge number?
9480.
9480.
Yeah, what's happening over here?
Huh?
Okay, they're worried about when you're taking pictures of a government building, okay? They called about you, they're on their property, they're asking you to leave their property.
Is that illegal?
Okay? To be on their property, they want you to leave, yes.
Is this not a public sidewalk?
It's in front of their building, no. This is theirs. Okay,
Well,
you go right down there if you want.
I'll go down there.
Okay, do you have any identification with you, sir?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, what's your name?
Again, have I done something wrong?
Well, they call about first of all, I usually have to report saying I talked to somebody and he wasn't doing anything wrong. So I like to put you in a report saying you weren't doing anything wrong.
No, I'd rather keep my name private then.
Okay. Do you live in town here? You live local?
Sir, I'd just rather keep my personal business private.
Okay. Okay, why don't you move on that way, away from their front of their building, please, okay?
All right.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Where does the public easement? Where does the public easement start?
That's their lot line. Just up by the blue building right there.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect. Right here?
Yeah, you're fine right there.
All right. Well, the Richmond Post Office gets a C.
You have a good one today, okay? How is these tall Rams?
Oh, nice.
They gotta be nice with the extra room in them.
I can walk and stand up and walk around in it.
Yeah. Yeah, nice, no problem. Take care.
Officer,
Yes, sir.
you mind if I ask you a few questions, sir?
No, you don't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you right now. Thank you.
All right, thanks for being professional. All right, guys, I'm back the next day. I'm really disappointed in myself how yesterday's audit went down. I just feel like I totally crumbled. Didn't assert my rights like I should have, and it just really, I just wasn't happy with myself. And basically the reason is because there's all this conjecture about recording in post offices. People say you can, people say you can't, and I never make a bet unless I know I'm gonna win. Well, today I'm gonna win.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you? Taking pictures?
Yes, ma'am. So, are you the supervisor?
I am not.
Is there a supervisor here?
They are not here.
Okay. Chris or Dave? Dan?
Chris should be back by 2.
Okay, great.
Who are you? You don't think you're allowed to be in here with the camera, right?
Oh, I am, ma'am.
Oh,
And what's your name?
Kathy,
Kathy. Very nice to meet you.
what's this about?
Just taking pictures.
And who are you?
Just concerned citizen. Interested citizen. How long you worked for the post office, Kathy?
A long time.
Long time. Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I can't be on that either. You're not really even supposed to be doing this, I don't think. I'll call Chris. And how is it, why you don't want to tell your name?
I just respect my privacy.
Well, but you're not supposed to be in the post office taking pictures either.
I am. I'm allowed, though.
Really not. Hi, Chris, there's a gentleman here taking pictures inside the office. He said he's allowed here. He will not give his name. Nope. No, he's taking a picture of me talking on the phone too. He's taping me. And he's taping inside here right now.
You taking pictures? I can wait.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, bye-bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Kathy, you know if Chris is coming to talk to me, or?
Yeah, so she might be coming here.
Hmm?
She's coming out.
Okay, great.
Did you have a beef with these guys or something?
I was out here yesterday filming the front of the building, and not you personally. At least I don't think it was you, but
I wasn't here yesterday.
they called the police on me.
Oh. Was it a guy or a girl?
I never even came inside.
Oh. I just helped her. I don't even work here.
Ah.
Just came today. You should have came inside.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, like I've been researching this, and I wasn't sure, so I just tend to stay. I was right there on the sidewalk, just being quiet, and nobody even came out to ask what I was doing. They just called the cops. So, you know, that I'm a little concerned that the post office is impeding our First Amendment rights.
Oh. This looks like her boyfriend. I don't know if it is or not. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Oh, hi, Jeff. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Go on.
Chris not coming
What are
in?
you doing?
How are you, sir?
Chris isn't coming in.
Okay.
So what do you want to talk to her about?
Is she a supervisor?
She is.
Who are
She
you?
is the supervisor.
Who are you?
She sent me down here to ask what the hell you're doing here. Call the police.
Okay.
All right.
That's what they're doing. They just want to go viral as a goddamn Democrat.
I'm actually a conservative constitutionalist.
Whatever you are. You're making the employees nervous. Is that what you're supposed to do?
She seems fine. We've been having a nice conversation.
Yeah, that's why she called somebody to come down and see what the hell you're doing.
And who are you?
I don't even know. I'm at the Richmond post office. I'm just helping here. I don't know the address.
Thank you for calling the United States
Richmond
Postal
Post
Service
Office in
Customer Care
Illinois.
Center. To hear our privacy policy, press 1.
Yes.
Oh.
What is the phone number here?
Is that the what'd you do,
911.
Before we get
Tell her
started,
we'll call the
we want to
non-emergency
invite
number.
you to
I
take
tried
a short,
to answer
we
this.
promise, survey at the end of this call. We respect your time, So it's only a few
Oh,
questions.
there's just a gentleman in
And all
here
you need to
taping
do to
everybody
enter the
and
survey
everything
is
and
Standing in the lobby,
standing in the
disrupting
lobby,
everything.
Thanks.
just taping it,
Your
you're not
opinion
supposed to
matters,
be here.
and we
And I did
appreciate
tell
your
him
help
that,
in
and he's
creating
not.
the best possible
Yeah.
customer
So
experience.
I called the
for
supervisor, and the
800
supervisor sent
USPS.
someone over
At
here.
Are they on the
any
way?
time during this
And,
call,
they're
you
not
can
coming.
return to the main menu by
I
saying
mean, he's still
main
here,
menu.
so they told me to call
To track-
911 because we're not shit.
And she's on 911
Sorry,
right now.
I didn't get that. To track a package, say package or press 1. For passports, say passport.
Right here by him.
Well, somehow he's got your name, he wants to talk to you.
I
He's
think
just
he's
gonna
got a
stand
jacket
here.
and a
He's just gonna stand here
He's
and
got
film.
like red
He
hair,
wants to know
black
why I am,
jacket,
So-
green shirt.
which is none of his business. So he just thinks he can just
I think you
clog up
said
a lobby.
supplies. Is that correct?
No.
Say yes. My mistake.
Why?
Say passports.
Fraud.
Or press 1.
Looks like
Okay,
the Texas
fine.
one.
Thank
Okay,
you for calling
good.
the U.S.
Fine.
Postal Inspection Service, a federal law enforcement agency. For more information, please hold while I transfer your call.
Inspection Service, how may I direct your call?
Hey, Miss Anderson. How are you?
Hi. Finding yourself?
Well, I'm down at the post office, and they've called the police on me again.
Oh, wow.
In fact, I asked for the supervisor. She wouldn't even come down. She sent her boyfriend in. So that...
Sent her boyfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Postal ins-
So
postal
what
ins-
what are you trying to do? You just filming and
Standing in the lobby.
writing up a journal
Yes.
or something to that effect?
Yeah, just doing a news story. Standing in the lobby, being quiet, not talking to any customers. I've chatted with Kathy a little bit. She's been very pleasant. And the supervisor sent her boyfriend down to see what I was doing.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm on the phone with the inspector's office right now.
Did they call you, Kathy? Okay.
Whether
Oh,
you're
still,
moving
county's
across
trying to
the street
call you.
or
Tell
across
them
the
county's
country,
gonna call you.
you can count on the United States Postal Service for quick delivery to your new address.
Yeah, but
Just
I
file a
can't
permanent or temporary forwarding order at your local post office, and your mail will arrive right at your doorstep.
She is.
I would tell you, except I'm on film, and I'm done talking to the camera.
Yeah, he's on film, so because the guy's taking this stuff.
www.usps.com.
Miss Kathy,
That's where you can find information.
Don't even answer.
I'm on the phone with the postal inspector's office right now.
Hello?
Miss Anderson,
Yeah.
the police are here now. Would you like to speak with them?
Yeah. You would need to speak to an inspector as well. Because I was going to have him talk to one earlier, but he said that's okay. But I'll take it down. Right, because they don't want to give out the wrong information.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, the police officer's coming in right now.
What postal station are you?
Richmond, Illinois.
And what's the zip code?
Miss Kathy, what's the zip code here? They won't even answer me now.
Wow. It's with Richmond, Illinois. Is that under, it's got to be Cherry Road. College. Hold on, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because, the other inspectors. Hold on, please. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, you can count on the United States Postal Service for quick delivery to your new address. Just file
fine, I got
a
it.
temporary-
Officer, I'm on with the postal inspector's
fine.
office.
That's fine.
Well, they said they'd like to, if you could go in there with me, they'd like to speak to the supervisor to advise them. I talked to them this morning.
I just explained to her. Okay? You're fine. You're in a public building. Not a problem.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
can we talk to this gentleman?
Which gentleman?
Apparently the supervisor's boyfriend came in very confrontational.
The talking, he's gone. He left. So he's already gone, okay?
Yes, sir.
So we're done. Okay? Like I asked your court yesterday, if you just do us a favor, okay? If you want to stay out here with no problem, just over that way a little bit, because obviously you're alarming people.
Right, well,
and
yeah,
I
I told
know
him what I was
you have a
doing.
right to be here,
Right.
but like I said, we're just trying to stop people from calling us again.
Right,
Okay? That's
right,
all.
yeah.
So like I said, I got no problem you videotape doing what you're doing to see what they're doing their jobs and everything else. Legally fine, okay?
All right, great.
That's why you videotape us too. It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have issues with that, but we keep getting calls. That's the
Well, and
then
that's,
we gotta
you
see
know,
what's
to be
going
honest
on.
with you, that's why he came back, is to educate them.
Right.
You know,
So, like I said,
about First Amendment rights. And,
right.
you
Like
know.
I said, and most of them, she's a sub, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't have a
the
problem
regular
with her.
people that work here today, they knew about it because when I talked to them yesterday, they said, "Yeah, we're aware of it." So,
Well, so then
obviously
why did
doesn't.
she send her boyfriend down to be
I have
confrontational?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Can't answer that question. Okay, all I know is he's gone, and like I said, try getting all along. Okay, you just try to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep the peace. Okay.
Awesome.
Sound good to you?
Yes, sir. What's
Thank
your name,
you very
sir?
much. I'm Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
I got.
What's your name?
What's your name, sir?
Officer out.
And what's your badge number?
9473.
Officer out. Thank you, gentlemen, for upholding your oath to the Constitution. Appreciate it.
One-day delivery to most major cities. And you can use our computerized USPS tracking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on Priority Mail Express services in the United States Postal
Officer, she's now locked the lobby.
Hey, Dad, call the postal. I can't do anything about her locking the door.
All right. Well, I'm on with him right now.
You gotta talk to them. Because I can't do anything about someone locking a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the phone with postal inspector right now. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe out there. She locked the door on me.
Did you know that there is an important difference between certified and registered mail? Certified mail provides a mailing receipt. Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you get that zip code?
Yeah, I can give it to you right now. It's 60071.
71?
Yes, ma'am.
0071.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is not on your... Okay. It's going to be Carol Stream or Lisa. Okay. Thank you. Hold on, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Trying to get more info. Okay. All right. Where's the postmaster? Who's the person? The police officer?
The supervisor, the postmaster's on vacation. His name is Dave. The supervisor, her name is Chris, and she's not here. I guess she was out to lunch.
Who's calling the police?
The lady, apparently the supervisor called the police. Chris called the police.
Because it is not illegal to take pictures outside. You're taking pictures outside?
No, I took a picture. I did a picture of the foyer's lobby and corridors.
Okay, and there was no disruption?
No, ma'am. I sat there completely quiet while people were doing their business. I chatted with Kathy.
Yeah.
She was asking questions about what I was doing. I told her. And then when I asked, she called the supervisor. Then I asked if the supervisor was coming down to see me. And Kathy said that she believed so. And then her boyfriend showed up and started being very confrontational and told Kathy to call the cops.
Where's the police?
I just spoke with the police. They said, look, it's a public building. There's nothing, you did nothing wrong. Yesterday we just asked you to do us a favor. And, you know, and then they left. So they're good. But now I would I don't know what to do about this supervisor because now I feel threatened, you know, that she would send her boyfriend down to be confrontational with me.
I understand. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yes,
Hold on.
ma'am.
Hello, sir. What type of threats did the boyfriend make? Is he a postal employee?
Oh, no, ma'am. He's not a postal employee. He's just the boyfriend, and he just came in and said, "What are you doing, man? You're not supposed to be filming in here." And I was just like, I'm sorry, who are you? And he wouldn't answer me. I found out it was through the postal employee, Kathy, postal clerk. And he was just being, he didn't make any threats, but his demeanor was very aggressive. Like he came in to try to intimidate me.
You okay?
And now she's locked, now they've locked the lobby.
He did.
They lock the lobby?
Yes,
They
ma'am.
lock the lobby. To keep the customers from coming in?
Yes, ma'am. Well, to keep me from coming in.
That's not good. Yeah. That's revenue going out the door.
Mm-hmm.
60071. 60071.
And I've got this all on film. You can see that I'm not being disruptive in any way.
It was not disruptive in any way. Yeah, I remember that from your initial call.
Mhm.
First call.
Now we've got a customer trying to get in and it's locked.
What's his number? What's your number?
You might try knocking.
And your name? Okay, someone's gonna call you.
Somebody's
5
gonna.
minutes, someone will call.
Okay. Would you ladies mind if I kept you on the line until that phone call comes in, or?
No, we have other calls coming in.
Okay. Who should I be expecting a phone call from?
Should he be expected? He does, inspector will call.
Okay.
Inspector will call you, okay? For your line.
And a lady.
5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. A lady just came in and they turned away business.
She doesn't, she's gonna have a male or female. She's gonna assign it to someone.
Okay, great.
Hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
And be careful. Be careful out there.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just gonna stand here silently.
Bye-bye.
You gonna be all right?
I'm gonna be fine.
You're not gonna cause any trouble with me?
Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not you. It's not you at all.
Okay, because you scared me badly.
Oh, well, and I didn't
I'm
mean to
shaking
scare
my
you.
whole body.
I didn't mean to scare you at all. Her boyfriend came in a little hot-headed.
Okay, he's not gonna hurt me.
Of course I'm not going to hurt you. And that wasn't my intention at all.
I'm what? This is the gentleman.
Is this Chris? All right. Hi, Chris. How are you doing today, ma'am?
It's wonderful.
Good, good. Could I speak with you? The postal inspector's office said that I talked to them today, and they said that if I run into any problems that I should call them, because they would like to speak with you directly.
Why do they want to speak to me? What do you have a problem with?
Well, the post office called the cops on me yesterday, and then you sent your boyfriend down here when I asked for you to speak with you. You sent your boyfriend down here, and he was very confrontational, and the cops were called on me again. All for exercising my First Amendment right.
I sent my boyfriend down here to be with her because she was scared. I didn't send him down here to talk to you.
Well, he talked to me, and he was very agitated and confrontational.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, but I don't know what your purpose is.
To exercise my First Amendment.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, I would.
Close at 4:30.
We still they're going to be calling back, and they do want to speak with you. So we'll wait till that happens.
Well, when are they gonna call back?
They said 5 minutes. I'm gonna put you on speakerphone here.
Okay.
And just so you know, I'm also recording this on film, just so I can capture the entire event. So yesterday,
What are you,
sir,
what are you recording on film?
our conversation, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yesterday I came out to Richmond, Illinois to get some B-roll footage of the post office here, and I was standing on the sidewalk. They called the police. Didn't even come out and ask what I was doing. They called the police. Police came out and threatened trespass if I didn't leave the property. And I wasn't quite sure of the laws here in Illinois. So I did that. I left. I called you folks today to get clarification on poster 7 and filming in the lobbies, corridors, and foyers for news purposes. I spoke to Miss Anderson. She said, yes, that's well within your rights, just as long as you're not being disruptive or impeding normal business. So I came, and she says, I said, I need to go back to finish my story. If I run into any complications, do you mind me calling you? And she said, yes, call us. We'll talk to the supervisor to let them know that it's okay to film, again, as long as you're not disrupting business. So I came back today, was working on my story, sat in the lobby to get some B-roll footage out of the way. Wasn't talking to anybody. I chatted with the postal clerk a little bit when she was asking what I was doing. I said, I'm just gathering footage. She was very pleasant. Her name is Kathy. I asked to speak to, or she said, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. And I said, ma'am, it's okay. I'm allowed. And then she called her supervisor, Chris, because the postmaster, Dave, I think his name is on vacation.
Right.
I don't know what Chris's end of the conversation was, but I asked to speak to the supervisor. She got off the phone about 10 minutes later. She goes, I don't think Chris is coming down. But then Chris's boyfriend walks in, being very confrontational, asking what I'm doing, why I'm here. Was very intimidating. I asked who he was. He wouldn't answer me. He told the postal clerk, Kathy, to call the cops, that Chris was calling the cops, and that he was calling the cops. So they called 911. At that time, that's when I called Miss Anderson again and let her know what was going on while all this was going on. The police showed up. I spoke with them. I said, look, I'm here. I've talked to the postal inspector's office. They said, as long as I'm not being disruptive, I'm well within my rights. They said, okay. They left. And then about 5 minutes after that, the supervisor showed up. And they said at that time, Miss Anderson said at that time, you would be calling. So basically, I would just like to get this matter resolved. In no way am I looking to be confrontational, but I'm tired of this kind of stuff happening. And I'm just trying to do my job. I know they're trying to do their job, and it's just, just hope we can educate them.
Right. So I think what you're
and on top
right now is
on top of that, they when I went out to speak to the police, they locked the lobby door, and like 3 or 4 customers couldn't get in.
Oh, okay. So what you're kind of experiencing right now is you're at a smaller post office, and they're not generally used to seeing this type of stuff, like where people would come film for whatever it may be. So I think they might have got a little scared and called somebody, including the police. But they know what the rules and regulations are, and we'll just have to remind them of that. When I say us, that means like postal inspectors.
Right.
So we'll take care of that from our end. You are definitely within your rights to do what you're doing. The only thing that you wouldn't be allowed to do is if you were taking pieces of mail and filming it.
Yeah. You don't want to film anybody's personal stuff.
So you're fine. I mean, as long as you're not threatening anybody or physically making contact with anybody, you're just doing your filming, it's totally fine. Okay,
great. And can I ask you, have y'all spoke to the supervisor yet?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will be again too.
Okay, great. All right. I'm glad we could get.
They shouldn't be bothering you at all.
Great. I'm glad we could get this resolved, and I appreciate y'all's efforts at the postal inspector's office. It's going to make my life and my job a whole lot easier in the future.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, and just if anything happens immediately, like if you get threatened or whatnot, make sure you call the police right away, because we're kind of spread thin. We wouldn't be able to get there for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
and I really did.
Yeah,
I really didn't expect her boyfriend to show up and act in a threatening manner.
Right. Hopefully he's not going to come back. So
yeah, I doubt he will.
He will.
Yeah.
Judging by our conversation with her earlier, I think they were just concerned because they're not used to seeing people come there with cameras and.
Yeah, and I can understand that. People get shy around cameras. I'm a photographer. I know people don't like their picture getting taken. But I think they just, when their initial reaction is to call the police and try to trespass you or do whatever, it's just a little ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I totally understand. It's just so we have this up for our report. What is your last name? Okay. Perfect. All right, sir. Well, if you have any problems, you know, like I said, that are an emergency, call the police. Otherwise, feel free to call back our help desk again. We'd be happy to address any questions or concerns you might have.
All right, great. And what was your first name again?
It's Scott.
Scott.
Scott Zimmerman.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for your help today, and I appreciate it.
No problem, sir. Have a good one.
All right, have a great day.
Bye.
Miss Chris, could I talk to you for a second, please? So you talked to the postal inspector?
Yes.
Okay, and we can agree that we now know that this is all well within people's rights to do this as long as they're not being disruptive? Okay,
Yes.
great. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. You know, I hope this was an educational experience. You know, and I would appreciate an apology for the way your boyfriend acted and having the cops called on me twice.
Oh, she did apologize.
Well, yeah, I
Remember
did.
she said, oh, I'm sorry, Bob.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't catch
And
that.
I mean, Kathy called the police in front of you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't here yesterday afternoon, so I don't know who called them on you yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't even come inside, so I don't know
Yeah,
either.
so-
So,
So I
yeah.
don't know.
so yeah, Miss Kathy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel scared. Like,
I was scared
no,
to death, to be honest.
no ill will or
My body
intent.
was shaking.
But that's part of what I'm trying to do is just to get people like not so afraid of cameras and, you know, normalize this thing. Because since, you know, they say in this day and age, see something, say something, people have gotten freaked out over cameras.
That's why I wish you would have said something.
Yeah, and they really shouldn't be. So, all right, folks, I'm going to get out of your hair.
Okay.
I hope y'all have a wonderful day and stay safe.
Thank you, you too.
All right.
Take care. I express.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they have now been educated. So, great. Makes me feel so much better. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Anybody has any questions about Poster 7 and your right to film inside, it has just been answered by the Postal Inspector's Office itself. You have the right to go inside and film the post office, as long as you're not impeding normal business. So, case closed, civil unrest news coming at you with a great audit. If you don't know your rights, you don't know your might. Participating in unrest civilly.